Hey guys, welcome to my Shortcut to Strength program and training protocol video. In this video, I'm going to cover what you can expect as far as strength gains and improvements by the end of the 6-week program. Then I'm going to teach you how the program is structured and why. And then we'll break down everything you're going to be doing in the gym, including how to do your 1 rep max protocol. Here we go. This program I designed not just to build overall 1 rep max strength, but to build athletic strength and power. And that's really what this program is about. It's building that strength that's going to allow you to then build more muscle, lose more fat, be more athletic, more explosive, and have a better quality of life. As far as the results that you can expect, that's going to vary from person to person for obvious reasons. But the average increases in strength that I've seen in this program with most athletes, somewhere around 30 pounds in the bench press, 30 to 40 pounds in the squat, and then similar to the squat on the deadlift as well, with a good 30 to 50 pound increase. I've broken it all down for you right here, the Bodybuilding.com Shortcut to Strength program. Follow it to a T. The training, the nutrition, the supplementation. It's all designed for a purpose to deliver you the best results that you can expect. All right, now let's pull up exactly what you're going to be doing in the gym. My 6-week Shortcut to Strength training program is broken down into 3 2-week phases. Each phase, you'll be using a different rep range and a different percent of your 1 rep max on the 3 main lifts. The reason we're focusing on the 3 big lifts, the bench press, squat, and deadlift, is because those are markers for our strength. In phase 1, you'll be using 80% of your 1 rep max, or a weight you can lift for about 8 reps. In phase 2, you increase the weight again to 85% of your 1 rep max, and reps go down to around 5%. Then in the 3rd and final phase of the program, you'll increase your weight to 95% of your 1 rep max, and you'll be hitting 2 reps per set. This progression from lighter weight to heavier weight over the 6-week period has been found to produce phenomenal strength gain. Now, as far as the exercises that aren't the big 3 lifts, those exercises you're not going to be doing with a percentage of your 1 rep max, but you're going to be focusing on a rep range that I prescribe each week. That rep range is very similar to the rep range that you're going to be using on the 3 big lifts. So for phase 1, where you're using 80% of your 1 rep max on the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift, you're going to be doing 8 reps. You're also going to be doing 8 reps on those other adjunct or assistance exercises that I've included in the workout. Then in phase 2, you increase the weight on those assistance exercises to bring your rep range down somewhere in the 5 to 6 range. Then in phase 3, when the weight increases again on those assistance exercises, you'll also increase the weight again, shooting for somewhere in the 2 to 3 rep range. Some exercises will be a little bit higher, but no more than 6 reps per set during this final phase. Now on the 4th workout, which is your power day, where you're going to be doing those dynamic exercises with lightweight and explosive reps, you'll be using a weight somewhere around 50% of your 1 rep max or less. So it's extremely lightweight, but you're going to be doing low reps, but the reps will be done at a very fast and explosive pace. This is what builds power, and that power can lead to more development of strength. Now, the workouts for my Shortcut to Strength training program are broken down into 4 different workouts. The split is 2 on, 1 off, then 1 on, another day off, and then 1 on and another day off. Workout 1 is your squat focus and legs. That day you'll focus on squat as your first exercise, followed by those other adjunct exercises that I have for legs and also calves. Workout 2 is going to be your bench press day. Also, you're going to be focusing on those pushing muscles in the upper body, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Workout 3 is your pulling day. This is when you're going to focus on your deadlift first, followed by back, biceps, and even abs on that day. And then workout 4 is your power day. That's where we're going to be doing those dynamic, explosive exercises. We're going to be doing jump squats, power push-ups. Everything here is going to be light but done very fast and explosively. Now, if you've never followed a true strength training program before, you may be surprised at just how taxing it is on the body. That's why I have those long rest periods, 3-minute minimum. You might feel fully recovered before you even get to that 3-minute mark, but don't jump into your next set. Allow yourself to rest. That way you'll get more reps on that next set. That's going to lead to greater strength gains, and it'll be less taxing on your body. All right, to figure out how much weight you're going to be using during the Shortcut to Strength program, you need to figure out how to safely and effectively test your 1-rep max strength. So let me pull that up now. All right, now let's discuss how to test your 1-rep max. We're not going to be taking a certain weight for a certain amount of reps and then multiplying. We're actually going to be testing our 1-rep max, true 1-rep max. It's the only way you're going to know how much weight to use, and it's the only way to accurately measure your strength gains from beginning to the end. So how do you find your starting weight if you've actually never done a 1-rep max test before? Well, you take a weight that you can do for 10 reps. So let's say you can bench press 225 pounds for 10 reps. You multiply that by 1.33. That should come out to be about 300 pounds. That means that's a good starting point for you to test your 1-rep max. You want to do several warm-ups, light warm-ups. Start with about 135 on the bar, just do a couple of reps. Do not fatigue yourself on the warm-up sets. Then increase maybe 185 for another 3 to 5 reps, 225, another 3 to 5 reps, maybe even 275 for another 1 or 2 reps before you get into your actual first test of your 1-rep max, which in this example is going to be 300 pounds. Now let's say you complete 1 rep with 300 pounds. How do you know that that's your true 1-rep max? You need to test it again and a little heavier. So now what you're going to do is take a 3 to 4 minute rest, add about 10 to 20 pounds to the bar, and then test your 1-rep max again. You're going to continue until you fail on that next increase. But I highly recommend you have a spotter present. It's a lot of weight, and if you fail, you're going to need someone there to help you lift that weight. So let's say you tried 310 pounds but failed. You would know that the 300 pound is your true 1-rep max for the bench press, and that's going to be the weight that you use and base your percentages for the rest of the program. Now, although the Shortcut to Strength is a 6-week program, you're going to be testing your 1-rep max strength the week before and the week after. So technically, if you consider those 2 weeks where you're testing your 1-rep max strength, it's really an 8-week program. Now, during the weeks that you're testing your 1-rep max strength in the bench press, squat, and deadlift, I recommend splitting up those 3 lifts into 3 different testing days. You could do squat testing on a Monday. You can do your bench press testing on a Wednesday, and then you can do your deadlift testing on a Friday. So I highly recommend doing 3 separate days. All right, so that's my Shortcut to Strength training protocol. I realize it's a lot of information, but don't worry. Below this video, I have it all broken down in more detail for you. Now make sure you come back to Bodybuilding.com every week while you're following the program, because each week I'll have a new video that's specific to the training. And don't forget that once you test your 1-rep max, to update that on your Body Space account, and also consider putting those numbers out there on your social media. That way, when you retest, everyone will know what your numbers are, and it'll help you stick with the program and maximize your results. But you can't start the program yet. You have to watch the nutrition video. Nutrition is 50% of the program, and that's 50% of your results. So don't half-ass it.